Sure. So we use the word moderation to indicate a balance between the two extremes. So whether you are a developer or you are a user, let's first start with the fact that you are a human being. And as a human being, you have both a material and a spiritual side. You have a sense of fairness and a sense of justice. And you are able to bring ethical principles. These principles come predominantly from religions of one kind or the other. In fact, if you look at all religions, you find that there is a common core of spiritual behavior that is taught among all of them. The golden rule that treat others the way you want to be treated is an example of something that exists in all these religions. So, this foundational principle should really come uh, to, uh, to help us bring ethics to our activities. Everything we do should be also ethical. Um, we cannot put profit motive or um, other forms of consideration over and above um, what we do. If you want to have a coherent life, then obviously our profession, our economic activity should be in agreement, should be coherent with our underlying principles, with our spiritual principles. So when you talk about the question of justice, then we say that the developers, um, if they act with justice, meaning with fairness, meaning that they think about the societal impact. Can you imagine every company who writes a piece of software or develop a piece of hardware or create a system for whatever use um, should also think not just whether this will sell, not just whether this will give me enough profit margin, but also what will be the impact of this on the society. Now, you may say that, well, small companies cannot afford this, but if you can do that, and certainly large companies can afford that, large companies can have, in addition to engineers and salesmen and marketing people and product managers and so forth, in addition to that, they could have ethicists. They could hire ethicists in every project to look at whether the ethical principles that we cherish uh, are um, are being observed. And what does that mean is not only the use of the technology, but uh, how it will impact the society. We are aware of something in technology called the technological imperative. That means that science and technology has a force inside it, and that force propels technology to go forward. So you create AI, and then you say, oh, I can also do the next thing. And so there is always a force to say, use AI to do this next thing. And you have to ask the question, yes, I can. Um, Let me give you a couple of solid examples. We are now able to generate human voice using AI with the voice of a known person. So you think of a person that is a public person whose voice is very well known, or any one of us, a few minutes recording of our voice. We can create computers to read text out in in audio with my voice. I've never said those things. It's not a recording. It's a generative AI that can generate my voice. It can also uh, animate my image. So you can take a photograph from me and you can animate it with the movement of the lips and the eyes and the head and everything else so that it will look normal. Okay, this might be a good technology for something, but it can also be misused very easily by creating what is known as deep fake. Deep fake are these deep learning models that are fake. They are imitating a person. Can that be used for creating confusion in the society? Can that be because up to now we used to rely on video and say, oh, if I have a video of a crime or if I have a video of somebody saying something, I can trust it. But with the advent of AI, you can no longer do that because of the existence of deepfake. So you remember the actors in Hollywood went on strike for several months because they wanted in their labor contract a clause to say that you will not take, you will pay me for 1 day, you get my voice and my likeness, and then you can generate an entire movie with that without paying me, without me being part of it. Technology is now becoming a reality, but then what happens to the artist? So there has to be regulation. I'll give you an example of it. One example would be any image that you generate using generative AI should have a watermark on it. Maybe the top right corner says this is AI generated. That's a simple rule. The governments can put it, and they can punish companies if they don't. That then creating AI generated images and videos that are not watermarked, that are not clearly labeled as being AI generated, becomes itself a crime. That way we can restore our trust in video evidence. It's very clear how AI can not only bring good results, but it can also bring very bad results.